Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Celtic Tigers coming in at 3-2, going up against the Falcons, who come in at 4-1.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. Play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Room here to run. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. So they can throw people off on the play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's go. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Here we go. Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Finds a seam inside the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You gotta protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Dubliners with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A toss play to Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week, and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight. All the while doing that and not slowing down his...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Fights him off, and he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
That was just good. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, here's Newton. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now they run with Mixon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on second down is Newton. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Second and 10, Newton again. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. They're going to look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Newton now on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. A strong running. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Newton now to throw. Now he steps away, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Newton on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go now. Leopard. Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third down now following the run.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 19. And the Falcons are going to get a first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now back out comes the offense. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he spots Henderson open left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And the back goes into motion. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Here we go now. 3-19.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watching that Barney.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. As he'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now Mixon, and now running right through it. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Newton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And that's going to do it right there. They're going to run out of time, and we're going to be headed for OT. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This from long, very long range. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Dangerous throw over the middle, of course. If that's picked, they're already in field goal range to win it.
A lot of hands are in that area. Okay, let's face it. Ball could go off of anything, go off hands, pads, whatever. Gets popped up in the air, the old tip drill. And if they come down with it, they could potentially be in field goal range and win the game right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And
now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First throw in overtime for Newton. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Wake up.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time that call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Well, they bring their punter out there now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 32-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now they try the right side here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now here's a carry heading left. Stays on his feet. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down now after the pass completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he's got some space here. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Atlanta, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for